Good evening, everyone. The father of a woman murdered by her boyfriend says he is going to become an aggressive advocate for victims of domestic violence.
Larry Davis is here now with how he wants to make sure others don't suffer the same fate. Larry?
Rob, Michelle Henry was stabbed 53 times at a townhome in Fairfield last month. Her boyfriend, Logan Williamson, was shot and killed by a Fairfield police officer during that attack. The two had a history, and it was not always peaceful. Her father hopes to help other victims of domestic violence.
Michelle Henry called 911 screaming for help. When police arrived at a townhome on Gelhot Drive in Fairfield, they had to force their way inside. They heard screams coming from an upstairs bathroom. In an exclusive interview with Local 12 News yesterday, Butler County Prosecutor Mike Gmoser said Officer Bryan Carnes had to react quickly.
Officer Carnes kicked in the door at the very moment that Williamson was thrusting downward with an additional knife strike.
Logan Williamson was shot and killed. Michelle Henry died after being stabbed 53 times.
I know it was horrific and it was terrible, but I didn't know how terrible.
Raymond Miller says his daughter spoke often about the threats Williamson made against her. He says she even gave her best friend a key to the townhome.
If something were to happen to her, that she has a key to the condo and that Logan should be the first person looked at if she's dead.
Miller says his daughter never filed for a protection order, but told him days before she died that she was going to leave Williamson. Michelle Henry's story is common. Her father heard from victims of domestic violence from all over the country.
I've had people at the funeral home talk in my ear when we were visiting the casket. They would tell me their story in my ear at the funeral home. There are so many people that former co-workers that I've worked with that I never realized. I've had 3 approach me with their domestic violence situations.
Miller says he will now be an advocate for victims. He says many, like his daughter, think a violent partner can change or they're too afraid to say something. He says there is a way out.
I've buried a mother, I've buried a father, and I've buried a sister. And I can tell you there is no pain compared to burying your daughter or your child. It's horrific. And no parent should have to do this.
Raymond Miller says his daughter never knew a stranger. She was always giving to others. Michelle was even in the process of becoming a kidney donor, but he says she never took care of herself, and now she's gone too soon. Rob, back to you.
Larry, thank you very much. Michelle Henry was the mother of 3 teenage children. Her father says she did not have insurance, so to offset expenses, a benefit will be held August 8th at Legends Bar in Hamilton. A GoFundMe page and an account with Fifth Third Bank are also set up.